Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Amber Patience here to have my morning coffee with you. It is currently 11:17 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Washington State, where I am a realtor. If you or someone you know is looking to buy or sell real estate, feel free to reach out to me. I am on my webcam on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Kick, and Twitch. And then on my phone, I'm on TikTok. And on my laptop, I'm looking at comments. So feel free to type in where you are, what you're drinking, how you're doing. I went to the J. Cole concert last night in Seattle. It was such a beautiful show. I am getting older because I was maybe yawning a little bit before the concert, but we had such a good time. I ran out of coffee. This is definitely on the fridge. I just guess I didn't buy it. So I went to Starbucks. I bought coffee. I'm pouring it in a coffee cup. Hello, how is everyone doing? Remember that social media is to be social. Say good morning. Say, hey Amber, how's it going? Love and abundance. I feel like if you saw me and you were like, oh, Amber passed away, and you're like, oh, stop, really? Then say hi to me now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for your presence. I'm currently on TikTok, on YouTube, Instagram, Kick, and Twitch. We have coffee every day. Pretty color coffee. What do I want to talk about? We're going to talk about finances. We're going to talk about real estate, relationships, and religion. That's my thing. That's my thing at the moment. Let me get my little clock thingy. Where's my hourglass? It's okay. I'll try to remember. I don't know where oh, it's right in front of me. Oh, Jesus. Thank you for not leading. Okay. So I have my hourglass here. I'm going to set that somewhere in camera angle. Annie Chucks, thank you for being here. Pharaoh, thank you for being here. Monty Devo, thank you for being here. DJ Rolex, thank you for being here. LJG3, thank you for being here. Izal Hoff01, thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm currently using something called StreamYard, so if you or someone you know is looking to stream, feel free to use that referral code. This is like my little reminder to like switch up or like do a show and tell. Okay, so finances. A couple days ago, we talked about having like a big goal, but taking bite-sized amounts, like once a week, putting money away for savings. Yesterday, we spoke about finances. What were we talking about? Finances. Let me close this door. Finances. Yesterday. Financial literacy. So we were talking about utilization, keeping that under 30% and ideally under 10%. Knowing about your credit age and opportunities, and trying not to reopen things. So sometimes things are in your credit for like 7 years and they fall off, but if you start trying to pay it, then it like restarts the clock. So being financially literate is very important. So today we're talking about finances, and today's topic on finances is in my brain somewhere. Should I be writing these things down? Yes, I have a plan. I'm gonna have 365 hours of streaming by my next birthday, so I have to catch up. Surety got very long username on YouTube said, what are you doing? I'm talking about finances, real estate, relationships, and religion. I am a person on Instagram, social media, the internet, that has over 100,000 followers. Sometimes people take my pictures and my videos and pretend to be me, so I get online and talk to people and have coffee with a friend. My auntie said, good morning, gorgeous girl. Good morning, auntie, on Instagram. I am currently streaming on 6 platforms. On my webcam, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. And then on my phone, I'm on TikTok. Currently have 1 person on my TikTok and 0 likes at the moment. People are popping in and out. Feel free to tap that screen. It is free for you, and I'm grateful for it. I have 2 people on Instagram and 2 people on YouTube, so feel free to comment where you are in the world, say hello, like, ask. So finances, what did I go to? Finances. What do we want to know about finances? These are things I know. So we talked about saving. We talked about financial literacy. What do I want to talk about? Budgeting. So we're going to technical difficulties. And we're back. So budgeting. My husband and I have always shared money, even when we were teenagers, and I had like 3 jobs and he was like a student, and then vice versa. It's flipped where I've been the breadwinner and he's been the breadwinner. So funny. So you have like your whole pie of whatever money you have, right? If it's $1, $10, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, right? You have the pie of what you have. A lot of people like to look at that pie, and the reason what separates people of a poor mindset and people of a rich mindset, and some people will go, I have $100,000 in the bank. That's not what it really is, but people have $100,000 in the bank. They're like, cool, I have 100,000. But rich people don't think that way. They think, okay, I have $10,000 in savings. I have this much for monthly household budget for the annual, and they break down their things. So when they're trying to spend, they assume that they're broke because the spending power that they have has been budgeted away. Okay? A lot of broke mindset people are like, oh, I have $1,000 in the bank. I'm good. Swipe, 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 swipe. Pennies equal dollars. And then now you're like, we're negative and we're frustrated and we're, struggling. Whereas if you had $1,000, you go, oh, I can't buy that because I only have $10 to spend right now. Right? I can't go to the casino. I can't go to that show because I don't have the money. If I want more money, then I have to work more hours or I have to go do another hustle. So budgeting is super duper important for getting your leg up, because we are usually our own barrier when it comes to that. People I had a coffee addiction. Like I just bought Starbucks because I was out of coffee and I was out and I had to go do a bunch of appointments, but that's fine. But overall, before I bought my house, I was like, I'm giving up Starbucks. Starbucks is a crazy habit. I don't even want to go into the political part of it, but it's a crazy habit. I'm spending $300 a month on Starbucks. Do I want to own a piece of real estate as a realtor, or do I want to drink Starbucks? And I'm like, well, I want to own real estate. So give that up. And I ended up taking that payment and putting it extra on the minimums of my husband and my credit cards so that he could be in a position to be. My auntie said, let me go over to TikTok. Hi, auntie. Let's see. Scroll. I don't see you yet, but I'm sure I'll see you in a moment. I appreciate your presence. I know that watching me takes up your time on your phone. So it's more like, hey, I'm here. If you need anything, let me know. I'm a real estate agent. It's kind of the same thing. So when you are like, oh, Amber's on every day. Someone messaged me and it was like, I sent a post about my real estate coaches and mentors have a regular coaching call kind of thing, but it's a Zoom link. It's a new Zoom link. It's a new flyer, whatever. Someone goes link ? And I was like, oh, are you a realtor? And they were like, no, but I've been watching you since before you had 1,000 followers, and I don't follow you, but I always see you. And I'm like, you literally watched my story. That's where you got the link. But I appreciate the views regardless. What's that? You're close? Go ahead. My daughter's gonna bring laundry on a very interesting. She's pulling it on a chair. Just go ahead. Do you want to block the camera?
Yes.
Okay, I'll block the camera. I don't know why it's not in her hamper. We're just gonna hold on. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As a mommy of 5, sometimes weird things happen, and my kids don't like being on camera. We're gonna do show and tell because this did turn over. Okay, I have some show and tell stuff. Will you close the door and then come back over when you're done and close the door? Jacob, turn that down, please. This is sage. It's a bundle of sage. And I sage my home often to the point where now my husband sages, which I'm so happy because he used to not. Be a fan of sage. And I tell people this all the time. This is not an attack on you as a person. But when you first start saging, if you decide to sage, several rules. Open your windows because you want whatever's in to be out, right? So you want the airflow. And if you think that this is negative spirits or negative energy, or even if you're just trying to get negative stuff out, you want it to have somewhere to go. So open your windows. Number 2, when you first start saging, when I first started saging, I was like adverse to the smell at first. I was like, I don't know if I like that. But I was like, oh, maybe I have something negative on me. So I said that to my mom, and she was like, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? You think I'm negative energy? And I'm like, I'm not saying that. I'm just letting you know that like saging is so nice. And it's so funny. I'm gonna say this because I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna say it. So in the bathroom, sometimes you might have family members, right, and self, that maybe there's some negativity in that bathroom, some foul. So I have sage in my bathroom, and it works. It works so good. Pop up, open that window, sage it up. So sage. That's my show and tell. Is it smoking? It is. I literally have this though, because my husband's like, you're wasting the lighter fluid. I'm like, am I? I am. You just go around, you light it, and you just walk around, and you little sage for y'all, and a little sage for y'all, a little sage for me. So that's one of my show and tells. So I'm gonna have that going with the window propped open. I'm gonna flip this over, and then we're gonna talk about real estate. So we just talked about budgeting and finances. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. I don't care if there's 0 people on. I care if one person watches the recording or one person has a question to ask, and I go, hey, my auntie already came on. I'm like, hi, auntie. So we talked about finances. We're talking about, I can block. I just blocked for your sister. Yes? I don't know. I can't do that. Oh, yeah, she went to wash her clothes. I blocked it. Okay, can you close the door? I taught my kids how to sign, and how I taught my kids how to sign is a lot of basic baby sign language, and then I also taught them how to do the alphabet, and that is how much I learned. My sister had a bunch of friends that were deaf. She was not deaf, she was of hearing ability, but they would like party all the time and blast her music so they could feel it, and she would sign like super fast, and they were like the coolest people because I was like 14 and they were like grown. So when I had my babies, I did baby sign language, but I was always articulated, and I always thought that was really cool. But now they sign faster than me because I didn't learn like that. So I'm like, what are you talking about? We're talking about real estate. By the way, I'm a realtor. My name is Amber Bate, and I'm a realtor in Washington State. If you or someone you know is looking to buy or sell real estate, feel free to reach out to me. I am looking so much at my webcam because it's what's recorded, but TikTok, I care about you too. I'm looking here, but I'm here. 0 likes though on TikTok. Like. Real estate. We talked about budgeting. Same with real estate. People feel like real estate is a waste or there's so much overhead, etc. But think about a potential budget for your real estate. What is we could think about monthly payments, and you could think about the grand scheme of things, but kind of breaking it down to go, what monthly payment can I afford comfortably, right? To be able to do those things. And then some people are like, oh, well, I go out to eat every Friday, and I go out on Saturdays, and we do our date nights, on these days, and we have our family vacations. Like, cool. What are your non-negotiables, and what are your negotiables? Like, oh, well, if I had a house and I had like a patio, we could do date night, two nights a week here, and we could do. And you figure out what your reality is. Maybe you just want to buy a condo and rent it out. Maybe you want to buy a fourplex, right? Maybe you want to grab some land and just hold it. But diversifying your portfolio is really important, but it's important for all of those things. You only live once, right? So have fun, plan for your future. Life is about balance. So it goes back to the finance part of it, like realizing what is your actual budget and what makes sense. Do you want to be at a certain stage of your life not owning property, not having options? It was so beautiful to see someone very close to me and my family that I don't try to tell all their business, had several properties they owned, and they were very proud of it. But it is baggage. And as they got older, they were able to sell the properties, and now they have less ties and they have more wealth, and that is what real estate is about. Scott said, hello, family, sending love from Newark, New Jersey. Hello, Scott. Got any more fish fries or jerk chicken going? Coots by Chucky _ on Instagram said, so pretty. Thank you. Six Boy said, it also keeps bad energy from people wanting to be around. Amen. Because they're like, oh, what does that smell? I'm like, yeah, go away. But sometimes it's just like, no, whatever you were trying to bring to me, no thank you. I'll take the good, I'll leave the bad. Okay, bye-bye. So I have to sage myself too, because I'm like, what did I was feeling exhausted, I was feeling overwhelmed. Do you want to go back through? Yes? And we're going to do a 5 count. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Najee on TikTok, hello Najee, said Amber with the bull ring. Yeah. All right, so my septum ring is for me. I feel very pretty and adorned by it, but it's supposed to be like a mullet effect. It's like party and it's business in the front, party in the back. So you will start noticing, especially since I'm healing, that I'll just flip. I'm getting messages. Let me go to do not disturb for a little bit. It's probably videos of my cute little nephew. So ideally when I'm like hanging out, bull ring out, right? But then like if I'm like showing houses, like, so have you looked at the cottage style, the high voltage ceilings, you know, flipped in, business Amber, flipped out, party Amber. Block, weird. Ban user, delete their comments. Yeah, sounds good. By the way, I'm streaming on something called StreamYard. If you or someone you know is looking to stream and want to use my referral code, feel free. If you also see anything around me and you're like, oh, I want that or something, feel free to ask me. I am an Amazon affiliate and I get commissions on some of the items that I link. And then guess what? If it's not on Amazon or I didn't get it from Amazon, I can just send you the link because I'm your homie. You have a friend in real estate. Scott said, gonna send you a video. I just did some jerk chicken breast. Awesome. Najee said the ring is crooked, by the way. It looks good. Is it crooked? It's not crooked. You know that's what I keep doing. That's my like lip nose thing. I'm like, it's not crooked. Now it is. Anyway, thanks Najee. I have scroll. Did I miss anything? Six Boy said big stager here. Cool Beans, did I miss anybody? Auntie said that. Okay, cool. Scroll. Good there. And she said you're welcome. Thank you. Scott said my niece Luna said hi. Hi Luna. Hi pretty person. How are you? Luna means moon in Spanish. Let's see. Spank Dog said so beautiful. Thank you so much. Scroll. Cool. I think I'm good there. So this has changed. So we're gonna do show and tell. We spoke about finances and budgeting. We spoke about real estate and budgeting because you may go, I can't afford this. Well, can you afford the monthly payment? Reasonably, yes. With my income coming in, I could do this. Your pre-approval may say, hey, you're approved for $800,000 house. And you're like, ooh, I do not like that payment. What payment do I like, right? Cool. If I have this much space and this, that, and the other, I can make it work. You can garden and you can mow your lawn and you can tend to your home. You know what I mean? Like make your house a home. Get a little library. Get all, you know what I mean? You make your house a home. It's so nice. You have like housewarming parties. It's so nice having real estate. And then no one's telling you what to do. Paint your house a bunch of different colors if you're not in an HOA. Do what you want. So I'm gonna do a show and tell. So my cousin made this. I got it from his company a couple years ago, and it's really important to adorn your space. And the cool thing about this is not only is it like my blood cousin, right? So I get to look at it, but I look at the intricacies of like how it was made and what it means. And like, I put it in the sun and kind of charge it. I'm not a big spiritual person. Someone's at my door. Hold on a second. I'm not a big spiritual person. When I say that, I love God. Oh, I don't have my cross on. Took it off because it was like bothering me last night. I got a chain that broke, so I'm using a fake chain. Boo. My cross is real, my chain is fake, but it's like bothering my skin. So I try not to sleep in it until I can get my chain fixed and or replace it. Adore. So yeah, you get pieces of art that it makes you feel a certain kind of way. It makes you feel connected. It makes you feel grounded. It makes you feel the intentionality. Supporting an artist that took the time to maybe like place things and do things. My husband talking to my kids. So art is important. So when you're talking about finances and talking about real estate, the truth is that you have to live in the moment too. So adorning your space, you can say that things aren't like worth it or like whatever, but supporting small business makes you feel good. You can go, I love me some Cheesecake Factory and Starbucks, right? But go to a small barista and go to a small restaurant and go, oh my gosh, that was delicious. It was thoughtful. I feel good about contributing and I enjoyed my experience. Just makes you feel like a better person. So that's about, I guess that's not really finance or real estate. You want to go back, baby? Okay. Huh? Do you want me to put it away? Do you want me to put it away? Okay. Scott said she was just so happy you said hi. You are so welcome, Luna. And you have such a pretty name, so I can say that over and over again. Luna, Luna, Luna. Let's see. And Luna, by the way, I said that lovingly. You could be 2 years old, or you could be 22 years old, or you could be 42 years old. Love, love, love. Can you have Takis? Sure.
I don't want them.
Oh, okay, go ahead. So we talked about, we're going to call that relationship with self and property. So you want to make sure to adorn yourself and, you know, get art and get, you know, signed author books and stuff like that. The next thing we're going to talk about is religion. So how I feel about religion is like, the Bible itself for me personally, and this is not like, I'm a realtor, not a preacher. Religion for me is looking at like denominations and doing those things, but religion for me is not looking at denominations. Religion for me is looking at works of art and religious documents and finding that relationship with God, finding a relationship with Christ, and then finding your own truth within that, and that's really important. So when you're talking about budgeting, you're talking about real estate, you're talking about relationship with property and self, right? To adorn it. Take the time to edify yourself, to educate yourself, so that you can have conversations. And I literally am always talking to people. There's a lot of times where I'm silent. I know that that's surprising to many of you. But I can hold a conversation with almost anybody on the planet because we're all human beings having spiritual beings having human experiences. We're just here and we're going through life. So I can say hello to you. I can feel like we're not syncing up or, oh, we're clicking. And sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, I love this moment so much, I have to hold on to it. And I've grown to realize sometimes just passing through is a moment in itself. And like be present in the moment and then go. Like I met someone when we were eating ramen and we like clicked and we got social media stuff. But then I met another couple and we just had a good conversation. And then I go, okay, bye. And it wasn't like I didn't want their social media, or but there's not really a reason to force certain things. We might cross paths again, but we talked about their trip to Japan, and you know, we were thinking, you know, okay, well, how do you do this and how do you do that? And that's so cool. Thank you so much for sharing. I hope you enjoy your Loco Moco, you know, things like that. So that was a cool experience. Scott's gonna send you another video. Cool. I love jerk chicken. Scroll. Stephen Thomas said, hello, how are you? I am blessed. Thank you for asking. I've been on live for about 25 minutes. My live is very loud today. I will try to do live at another time to kind of make up for my hour, but I'll just stay on for like 5 more minutes. And case you have any questions. I have 4 people on TikTok. I have 134 likes. I have 0 people on Instagram and 0 people on Facebook, YouTube. I am grateful for the 4 people on TikTok. It's like having coffee with a friend. But Stephen Thomas, by the way, I am blessed. How are you? Stephen Thomas said, never seen the hourglass since the days of our last TV. I remember that. I'm old enough to remember that. This is about like 5 minutes. I actually haven't focused long enough to time it, but it's just supposed to remind me to like change up the topic or do like a show and tell, keep things interesting. I brought like toys out and like I had a hat and Lego set the other day, and then I showed this from my cousin. What else did I show? Did I show nothing else? Oh, I saged. That was cool. So I'm just gonna stay on for like another 4 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna get off. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Thank you for your presence. I am grateful. Lemon Z Na NA1 said, hi girl, hello to you. Blessings and abundance. It's nice doing the live super early in the morning because I'm not blocking it, like my family from like the kitchen. And my intention is to start cooking. I cook on live and it just doesn't go well. But I'll work on it. But then I have to be quiet because I'm trying not to wake my family. And then if I do it too late, then I keep them up. So then if I do it in the middle of the day, everyone's going back and forth. But school starts next week, so we'll be okay. Scott said video on the way. Awesome, awesome. Any last minute questions? We're at 27 minutes. 1 person on Insta, 4 people on YouTube, and 5 people on TikTok. I did my nails. It's just the like glue on ones, but my pinky nail came off. And it's funny because I was trying to take them off and I'm like, why are these taking so long to get off? And then I was doing something, it came off. Buddha said, madam, you are beautiful, but please take out off you that on your nose. No. I'm going to read that again because everyone can't see the thing. It says, madam, you are beautiful, but please take out off you that on your nose. No. I like it. So I got my nostril pierced and I got my septum pierced, and my septum flips up. And I got my tongue pierced. I did. My husband and my daughter reminded me I did it 10 years ago. And I was like, I would be so happy to get that again. So that was my 39th birthday. Well, we're at 28 minutes. I really want to have 365 hours of streaming down. I have been doing Kick and Twitch since my birthday, so I figured by my 40th birthday, I have all these hours of like practice and like a resume. So if I want to do HGTV, if I want to make a song, if I want to do whatever I want to do, I can. But just remember, I'm a realtor. I'm a real estate agent. So every live from now on, well, I shouldn't say from now on. For the current moment in time, we're going to talk about finances and real estate, relationships, and religion. And whatever else they all bring up for the most part. Yes, sir, of course. I'm getting off in about 1 minute, okay? You can just grab it yourself. That's fine.
It's done.
What's done? Yeah. It's done for right now. Do you want to flip it again?
No.
Okay.
It should be done.
Cool beans. Well, we hit 30 minutes. So I'm going to say bye to my streamers on my webcam, and then I'll say bye to TikTok on my phone. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Here's a punch for a couple of you. Some fist bumps. Feel free to catch them. and then I'm gonna say bye. I have to press the button.